Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, Place of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. 6 wins in a row. 7 has been a bit of a sticking point for us lately. But what? Great rate of fire, great damage, and the Bible. Just the only thing that stinks, and it sucks that it stinks so bad, is 1 HP. If we get 2 HP, we win, as far as I'm concerned. That doesn't really help. If we get some Spirit Hearts, do we win? We probably come pretty close. But for now, it's a delicate dance. So this certainly feels like a run where our difficulty is going to peak early on. And we're either going to lose, or we're going to... I don't want to jinx it, but like I want to say win easily. If we're able to just pick up just the slightest bit of HP. Especially if we can get some recurring HP. Even better. If we wanted to be insanely dumb, here's what I would do. Pop the Bible on our spawn room. I don't know if it's worth using the Bible for that when it's, you know, also so necessary for our own existence. What I'm trying to say is we can get into the cursed room for free and then get out of it without dying. But, I mean, this room's pretty good for Bible use. But again, it is... maybe the wrong idea because of the fact that we might need to fly to stay alive, but I'm willing to give it a chance. There's really only a bomb and a key in the whole scheme of things. But our range is so high, like, we don't have to worry about enemies getting close to us either. No tinted rocks? Not that I can see. I have to point out as well, this is a bad room. Now it is a good room. Sissy Longlegs is an amazing item for us. Because does every room have to have these enemies? Our spiders are going to do so much damage. So I'll tell you right off the bat, that's a secret room. It's a strange room layout. Hello, my son. Ryuka, would you like to enter the room? Hello, my boy. How are you? I hope you realize, by coming in here, you make it no more likely that you will receive food. Do you understand? No meow? Broken. I knew it. Don't jump on the computer, you bad boy. No, don't. You jumped on the computer. Come over here. Come over here. No, you don't have to smell a mug or a plate on the way over. Just, here you go. Sit on the lap. Oh, that's a good boy. All right. Ryuka, you and me, we could be heroes. Thank you for sitting in the least comfortable way possible. I really appreciate it. Alright, we still got focus. You know, we got a tinted rock. Just don't blow it on this room, and you're in a great spot. Or not. I don't know. I think I maybe just Blue Baby Soul just to not mess with any of our parameters right now. Throw a bomb down here just to check. Not a second secret room. I think we gotta go for it, right? So famine is fine. Don't bite my hand. That's not how the Green Day song goes. It goes, bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. Not very good. More of a Randy Newman impression. Okay, 2 Spirit Hearts. I wouldn't say we can't be stopped, but we're in a great spot for our deal with the devil chance here. What do we get? Ooh, speed upgrade. I don't think anybody's going to be too mad about replacing... yeah, let's go. I don't think anyone's going to be too mad about replacing the Bible with Guppy's head. It's definitely an obvious improvement for us. This cat, he's so needy. Guppy? Ryuka, are you jealous that I'm using another cat to be better at Isaac? You don't make me better at Isaac at all. You make me worse at Isaac. You're always jumping up here, meowing, distracting me, biting my hands because they have the nerve to be on the keyboard instead of petting you. I know. You have no concept of what work is, do you? In the life of a cat, you know. I don't know if I would trade my life for a cat's life. It's hard to... You know, people say that a lot, you know. You see your cat, what does your cat do? Sleeps, eats. It's a very... a relatively stress-free existence from a human perspective, but there's also a lot of stress, I think, from being a cat because you're so codependent. Cats are independent by pet standards, but like whenever the fire alarm goes off, they freak out. They come into the office and are like, what is happening? You are the steward of our existence. Please, God, save us from whatever this sound is. And of course, it's my solemn obligation to do so. However, you know, it's like being a kid again. You know, there's some certain unique stresses associated with not being equipped to handle the advanced environment in which, you know, you're surrounded. I also think, I mean, I'm of two minds, I guess. Would being a cat be boring? Or if that was your whole life, would you have no concept of what boredom is? You get, I think about my cats, you know, they play maybe an hour a day. I'm drowsy. I'd say they sleep probably, I don't know, maybe 10 hours a day. So like 6% of their waking time is playtime. It's not that much. That's like a human being having an hour of playtime a day. Now mind you, they do get a lot more sleep time. No question about it. But I can't help but feel that that would also be like a little, you know, a little tedious, you know? Not to mention, and again, it's more of like a, do they even know what they're missing situation, but being a cat means eating largely the same food day in, day out, occasionally getting some treats, or maybe your owner made a mistake, dropped a piece of chicken on the ground, you snatch it up before they can do anything about it. I don't know, being a human is okay. Most of the time, I like it. Oh, let's actually go. Some of the time, it's frustrating. But usually you get over that before too long. I should probably, I mean, we're a little bit starved for HP still, which is a very common story here, but, you know what? I'm not going to go to the curse room. It's just too dangerous. It puts us in 1 HP range. A champion could kill us. It's a very strong run, but it's still kind of glass cannon-y. And we know what we're getting right here. Krampus, please? I was like, Krampus or, you know, 9 lives would be amazing, of course. I think we just go. I think we're ready. Hello, my son. Hello, my Ryuka boy. You guys ever sing songs to your cats, replacing words in the songs with the names of your cats? Doesn't even have to be a song with words. It could just be like, you know, the Indiana Jones theme song. Ryuka, Ryuka, and Tomo. Ryuka, Ryuka. Ryuka and Tomo. Ryuka, Ryuka. And Tomo. Ryuka, Tomo. He's freaking out. That's, like, I wasn't doing it to fill dead air, wink, wink. But more so because whenever I say his name, he's kneading my leg. I do it all the time. All Ryuka wants is another sardine. He doesn't want to go to Tomo. All Ryuka wants is another sardine. Yeah. He has no idea how famous his owner is and how lucky he is to experience these parodies live. Right? Ryuka. I feel bad because I said his name and he's looking at me, but I can't look at him because I gotta look at Greed. Ryuka. Oh, who's a stinky breath kitty? You are. It's not your fault you can't use a toothbrush. And I mean, like, you know, the vet has told us. I'll admit, you know, we're a negligent pair of pet owners in the sense that our vet told us it would be good if you brushed your cat's teeth every day. And we did it for a while. Now we do it like maybe once a week, but life's too short. I brush my own teeth every night. That's no problem, okay? I got no issue there whatsoever. Twice a day, not just the... I don't know if we have any extra spirit hearts. I'm very frightened here. But to To do it to this cat, you know, a 30-second brushing takes 10 minutes because you gotta grab them. Whenever you grab a cat, they instinctively run. It's a whole thing. And then you're like, open your mouth. And they're like, no. And you're like, close your mouth. And they're like, no. And you're like, I got you. Reverse psychology. Works very well on cats. Please let me get out of this floor without stepping on any spikes accidentally. It's just hard, you know? They also did. It's not hard, it's tedious. They were also like, well, you could just have us clean it. And we're like, that sounds great. How much will that be? And they were like, $2,000 a cat. And I said, how about you take a photocopy of my middle finger and you paste it on... Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You paste it on your company newsletter. Because that's what I think about that. Ryuka. What a good boy. Just picture the cutest cat you've ever seen. Because that's what I'm witnessing right now. Good. Robo Baby 2.0. An all-time classic. I have to admit, my son is not being a good boy now. I should have taken my plate out after having lunch, but I didn't because I was strapped for time. And now he's smelling it, and I don't want you to lick that dried hot sauce because it could contain garlic derivatives, which are not good for cats. Okay, he's feeling better. He's sitting facing the wall. He gets the first peek of all these Isaac episodes too. He gets to watch them live, which is an incredibly priceless experience, I'm sure. I want to go to the shop. I should not have opened the golden chest. We have been to the right, right? I think so. We've been to the right there. It's the curse, dude. I hate it. Let me go. I still, again, I don't think we've gotten Spirit Hearts. I might be wrong. I do think we got a Tinted Rock. But in my head, I'm like, did we get Spirit Hearts or did we get a golden chest out of it? Maybe I'm losing it. Either way, we're in a position where we don't have to bet the farm on winning, you know, a low percentage gamble like trying to get Guppy there. Instead, oh no, we've already been here. Instead, we can just play it cool and just don't accidentally walk into any spikes, and you're kind of doing okay. Please, secret room. I don't know if I should. Oh, wait, we can see our hearts. You fool. You genius. Now, that's a new level. To be fair, I was distracted by the so-called cutest cat in the world. That's you, buddy. So I'll take full responsibility for that, but still. Please. Oh, we just didn't see the door there. Fair enough. I am highly distractible. I'll be the first to admit it. Just using my mental map, trying to figure out how to get into the shop. Let's actually go. That's amazing. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. To get Guppy that early. We're still on 2 Spirit Hearts. We've been on 2 Spirit Hearts for like 3 floors. Alright, Necropolis. I'm ready. I mean, again, I want to point out, this run looks like it's got an easy win. I mean, it's Guppy, right? And it should be an easy win. But there's no promises. Take Guppy's head, you fool. Just because our HP is so spotty. Everything else, I mean, we started with such a good run from a damage standpoint. And then, of all the Guppy items, to get Guppy's head early enough to make a huge difference is very, very helpful. Look at this. 2 Tinted Rock. Double Tinted Rock. And 2 more Spirit Hearts. Alright, I think that's the game's way of saying, like, you're set. You got it all under control. We're extremely unlikely to lose now. And it feels good, you know, this is my 3rd Isaac run of the day. First one was a little bit spotty. It seems to be happening like that. We get like 2 on, 1 off. First one was a little bit spotty. We came pretty close to dying a couple of times. And I will take responsibility where I feel it's my responsibility to take responsibility. I don't feel like we really dropped the ball too much on that one. In contrast, I dropped the ball to an insane degree on that room. I just took more damage in that single room than we've taken on the entire run so far. But that's okay, because now we got the HP to actually burn. But second run turned out relatively well. This run looks like a slam dunk. But only because we were able to get through it without taking damage in difficult situations. I don't know. What do you think, Ryuka? Would you want to trade existences with me? I'm not really looking to trade. I'm more just, I'm interested in gleaning some insight about what a cat feels about its quality of life versus the quality of life of a human being. So here's the thing. A lot of the things that cats do are pleasurable to human beings. Sleeping. Sure, I like it. Eating. I love it. One of my favorite things to do. But it's not like when you think back on the greatest experiences that you had in your entire life. Definitely should have gone to the shop. Oh, we still got a key. You're not gonna be like, oh, it's when I was at the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and I had that sick ribeye. Probably. Maybe, I don't know. I've never eaten at a Ruth's Chris. Maybe the ribeye's worth it. I'm just saying. We're definitely gonna blank card it up here. I think it's unlikely that that would be the first things that you would think of. Could be wrong. I don't want to lose the Joker card though. Okay, hear me out here. Hear me out. This is what we're gonna do. Yep. Drop these. Grab this. Use it like so. You know, it's the time that you spend with your loved ones. Maybe that's something a cat feels as well. Maybe when, you know, 100 years from now, Ryuka's getting a little long in the tooth. When he thinks back to his favorite moments, he's not going to be thinking back to, you know, when we gave him that fresh sardine right out of the bag. Instead, he's going to be like, oh, it was all the time... Like this exact moment right here. Getting petted. Not by my owner, but by my friend and family member. Basking in the glow of affection. Right, buddy? Maybe we're not so different. What a tender and touching moment to bring it back to here. You never know when those are going to happen. You yawned? Well, I was giving my monologue. You yawned. Well, no offense taken. Alright. I see how it is. 2 sardines for you tonight, mister. Okay, 3 cents. Rusted key. I like it. You know what? Why don't we suck these items up? Ryuka, so I was petting you, but you can't just, like, come over here. You know, you gotta... You're gonna be a little bit of a nuisance. Don't take it the wrong way. Okay. Going up. Blank card Joker. Gotta love it. Set for life. Hello, my son. Hello. Don't lick my arm hair. Even I won't do that to myself. You know why cats are cool? They are more interested in you when you smell bad. Against all conventional wisdom. If I'm freshly showered, my cats are like, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in these, like, socks you left on the ground. If I am stinking the joint up, they're like, hey. What's going on? Haven't taken a shower yet today, huh? That's wild. Me neither. Absolutely. I will take this. We got Death's Touch escapability, by the way. You want to leave? You know what? I'm not insulted. Happy to have had that touching moment. Alright, 1640. Right on pace for boss rush, but honestly, we've been going a little slower. We did spend like a minute just petting our cats, so... I would say we're ahead of schedule without a doubt. And really, it's the exact same situation as earlier, except we're even stronger. So... There's nothing to complain about except HP, but our HP is better and our damage is higher, so... You know, we've improved the run, and the run has improved us in turn. Thank you for the keys. Desperately needed. Blank card. Ooh. Blank card Joker is really, really good. Also gives us flexibility. We could replace the Joker with well, with a rune, like an Algiz would be huge. If we get an Algiz, there's not really a good excuse, barring time, or maybe HP, depending on how things look, of not doing Hush. Well, money is another good excuse, to be fair, but... like, everything is coming up Millhouse here, except Shops. Shops have been coming up Ralph Wiggum, but everything else has been coming up relatively Millhousian. Makes you larger. Well, I can't put that on my blank card and smoke it, so I'll just be moving on. Things are about to start moving real fast, I think. Dude. I mean... It's tough. It's tough. I'm going to stick with the Joker card. I think there's no wrong answers there. Just like there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. I think there's no wrong answer on that one. What did we grab from here? It was Death's Touch, right? Yeah. Someone come in here. $3 bill is at least interesting, but... not particularly strong, and now we're out. That was like a minute and a half. Hey, Shrobro. Thank you for the subscription. Yo, I can tell. I got Kate's chat open. She's streaming right now. The reason I have it open is because when you raid on Twitch, your chat, which I always have popped out to see what's going on, becomes the chat of the person that you raided. So I raided Kate. I can see her chat. Someone in chat just said, I'd way rather buy a ticket than stand in line for 2 hours. You know she's talking about the food truck festival. That's the exact same philosophy. We had the conversation ourselves. This is why, you know, you gotta find the right person. A person that shares your sensibilities, but also pushes you to grow as a human being in your relationships in your life, right? Basically, having been at the food truck festival, when we left, both Kate and I were independently like, I would much rather, instead of a free food truck festival, just pay 10 bucks to get into the food truck festival and probably thin the lines out like crazy. Maybe it's snobby, I'm just saying, okay? It's not even a time is money situation. It's just, you know, it's like being in an amusement park, okay? I know, because I've been to the amusement park with my parents, who are not cheap, but thrifty. And I've been to the amusement park with, you know, with me driving the bus, basically. When you're there with your parents, they go, Fast Pass for $10? I already paid to get into the park in the first place. So I'm going to keep Algiz because I'm a little worried about our HP. I already paid to get into the park in the first place. I'm not buying the Fast Pass. We've gulped so often here. When me and Kate go to the amusement park, we're like, we got to get that Fast Pass. Because otherwise, you know, the 50 bucks you paid to get into the amusement park, we're not going to get as much enjoyment out of that as we could because other people are going to have the Fast Pass and we're going to be in the, you know, in the line that moves a little slower. I think they're both valid reasonings. But, you know, if you have the means and you don't mind feeling terrible about yourself, spending a little extra money to shorten the queue, you could do worse, is all I'm trying to say. Now, I know this is the internet. People are going to be like, oh, well, how do you feel about the Canadian healthcare system then? Should you be able to spend money to skip the queue? Absolutely not. Again, the hallmark, Canadians are very protective of our medical system. It's not always perfect, but it's always ours. And it means that, you know, if you come down with a terrible disease, you're not going to go bankrupt, or even worse, just ignore it because you worry about the financial repercussions. I'm not trying to make this political, I'm just saying. It might mean that sometimes you wait 6 months to have an elective surgery. That's the kind of the price. It's like exactly the same as the amusement park situation, you know? At general admission, the lines are going to be longer. You just kind of accept that as part of the cost of doing business. I'm going to be honest, we're not going to do Hush here. Even though we're guppy, 28 cents doesn't have me too titillated. I'm moving on for safety. But when it comes to the amusement park, sure. If I pay 10 bucks for a Fast Pass, somebody pays $3,000 for a fast pass. Sure, if that's the way the system's set up, let them go ahead of me. When it comes to jumping the queue for medical procedures, It's the fundamental human equivalency is that we're all the same. We're all the same in the lineup of health. I don't know where I'm going with this. It also, my argument fundamentally falls apart because there are definitely, like, mixed private and public clinics in Canada where you can, you know, if you pay, like, $3 grand a year, you can just be like, I want to come in tomorrow. And they're like, hey, would we want us to have something ready for you? Anyway, the point is, if you give me the choice between free admission or a very nominal admission fee that gives me a little bit more open space, I'll take the nominal admission fee. You know, if I'm on an airplane, I don't pay for first class most of the time because it's too expensive. Unless you can get a sick deal, it's too expensive. And they got you in exactly where they want you, you know? Because if it's a short flight, you're like, well, I'm not paying $200 to be in first class for a 45-minute flight. That's just absurd. Then if you're on a 12-hour flight, you're like, well, I'm not paying $1,500 to sit in first class for 10 hours. That's insane. Somebody's doing it, though. You see it. Those seats are filled up. But, you know, sometimes if we're taking the ferry from Vancouver to Victoria, for $7, you get entry into a quiet little, like, reading lounge. And I'm like, I'll do that in a heartbeat. First off, complimentary snacks. And if you put me in a room with complimentary snacks, charge me $7. If you want to argue that's not complimentary, by all means, go ahead. I can eat a lot of cheese and crackers. I could eat $30 or $40 of cheese and crackers easy. So you're already operating a losing value proposition for yourself personally. That's how you want to live your life and you run your business, by all means. If it says unlimited, all you can eat, I'm going to eat all I can eat. That's all you have to concern yourself with. You're going to have a happy customer. As I play 80 Days in your lounge, gorge myself on cranberry juice from the fountain beverage. Anyway. Like the food truck, I'm not saying kick out the people who don't want to pay. All I'm saying is if they had charged $5, I'm thinking we probably would have been able to pay $10 for that chicken karage. But still, we probably should have just gone to a rest. I don't want to make it all about the chicken karage, even though I'm still quite sore about it. I'm going to tell them the story. Like now, it's good for their business because I want to go to their food truck. And they're going to be like, oh, how are you today? And I'll be like, I have an interesting story for you, Mogu Japanese kitchen food truck. You see, I was in New Westminster on Saturday. Have you heard of this food truck festival? And they're going to start sweating, and I'm going to be like, that's right. I recognize you as well. Anyway, we won. We got lucky. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps us a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.